already understands what mistake he made, that's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Herbert completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A quick throw complete to Chark. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A run for Nick Chubb. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ronald Blair able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Ryan, his throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Awesome.
They had enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he'll look downfield for... This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. It's Herbert going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
It's 3rd down.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
On the return, it's Alex Erickson. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no return for Erickson out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And it's 3rd down.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
He's brought down.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And the Titans first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Titans 24, Broncos 2.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. at their own.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. They go play action now. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's got Miller. Touchdown, Titans. Scotty Miller, 37 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Brandon McManus set to
after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards. As he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
Yes, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Rivers, his second sack of the night.
Back at the 27.
Ryan now off the bootleg. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Derek Rivers bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Titans on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is third and 11. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DJ Chark, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, Ryan. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
49-yard line.
Now Ryan on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Play. Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Herbert on first down now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Taylor is the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.